Good evening, everybody. Are we today? So, I didn't give much notice for the fact I was going live tonight, but hopefully some of you are able to join me and can comment below that you can see me. And maybe I need to share it to my desktop actually. Oh, hello, Bonnie. Thank you for joining me tonight. I always forget how to share it. I want to share it to my profile so that people on my profile can know that I am live as well. But it doesn't seem to be allowing me to do that tonight. It is always a bit it's always a bit random Facebook. Sometimes it lets you just do a share and other times it doesn't. But tonight it hasn't. But not to worry. So I wanted to come on and check in, see how you're doing a week on after the big lunar eclipse last week. So, of course, we had a total lunar eclipse, which followed 2 weeks on from the partial solar eclipse at the new moon. So we've got through the first eclipse season. We had the new moon, of course, in I've forgotten what it was in. But the full moon was in Scorpio, so it's been bringing all this stuff up. And we have stepped onto another timeline yet again as we're moving further and deeper into our ascension process journey. So Scorpio is always about bringing up deep emotions, acknowledging things you've held deep within your matrix and you maybe were unable to express them or take action on them. And so it was a really intense eclipse period. So this week, a lot of you have probably been feeling really tired. I know I have. You've probably been integrating a lot of the energies and the shifts. But now we're halfway point leading up to the new moon. And so this period, this week in particular, this upcoming week, is really about deep healing on your soul. And it's really important you can try and find time this week, if you can, to actually take this opportunity to go within and to process everything that's come up for you. And so tonight, what we are offering is a group crystal skull healing. We do them every Sunday. But this time it's with Karula. Some of you remember Karula. A couple of years ago, she did a massive 6-week program. Look how huge she is. Now, Karula contains, I'm so honoured and privileged to be the guardian of such a skull. I love the size of her. She's bigger than my head. She contains the consciousness of the third skull of Atlantis. So it's a real honour to be her guardian, and it's a real honour that she wants to work with all of us. And so tonight our group healing, which is £10 hours energy exchange, is on self-care. So why is this topic coming up after the eclipse? Well, we're human. And generally, most of us don't look after ourselves the best. We don't give ourselves the time. We're putting other people ahead of ourselves, other people's needs, desires. You're maybe a mother or a father, you might be a daughter or a son. You might be a colleague or a friend, a grandchild. These are all important roles that we play. And it's easy to think other people are more important than us, or it's easy to think I've got all this to do. I'm not that important, I can skip that. But now we're being asked to set up our self-care routines. So I've been asked to start to bring through information on self-care, and I'll share with you in a moment some bits of my self-care routine. But it took me a long time to realise it was important to actually bring in a self-care routine, daily routine. And how many, you can comment and let me know, how many of you actually have a self-care routine and what it is. I'd love to know. So what Karula's doing in the healing tonight in particular is she's going to be working on, so self-care, we're looking at physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And she's going to be helping, clear any blocks in these areas. She's also going to work on removing programming that's been put into you, like I'm not so important, it's a waste of time, whatever your conditioning is that's stopping you giving yourself the care and the love that you deserve and that you require. And it's amazing how conditioned we are. Like I, for example, I have to really force myself to drink lots of water. But that's because growing up at school, we didn't have access to water. I survived a whole day at school on just a little carton of juice. It could be scorching, and we just didn't have access to water. And so my body got trained into being dehydrated. You weren't allowed to drink in class, for example, which nowadays is not allowed at all. But, that pattern's kind of stayed with me, and I have to really consciously think, I need to drink. So I always sit with a big bottle of mineral water by my desk, and then I look at it and think, oh dear, that's all I've drunk today. Because tea and coffee don't count, and fruit juice and things like that is the water. So that's definitely some area to look at. How much water do you daily intake, and what are you drinking? What are you eating? So the healing tonight is going to be really good to help shift the blocks to you knowing what is great for your body. Because what's great for my body may not be great for your body. So it's all about knowing personally how to care for ourselves. And it's also standing up for ourselves against others who are not being loving and caring and not supporting what you require. And just taking the time. You've got an hour to meditate tonight, to take the time to allow yourself to become conscious of what it is your body is requiring. So I'm really excited about this workshop. By far, it's not, I don't think we've got very many tonight, which is really interesting because I usually always have a set number of people that do the skull healings. And it's really interesting because self-love and self-care type ones are always the least ones that attract people. And that is because that's how blocked we are to it. And you think, oh, well, I am caring for myself. And you then maybe see somebody else who's doing their life self-care and you think, oh, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, I hadn't thought of this. So I'm really excited. So Karula, she's just on in 2 hours' time, actually. Well, I'll be setting her up in an hour and a half to get you all connected in and to receive your powerful healing, and you'll get a massive upgrade as well. She'll be upgrading your matrix and clearing it out and chakra clearing and things too. So the details for that are on the website elementalbeings.co.uk. But I missed out my celery juice this morning. We had visitors. So normally I start my day with lemon water with maybe ginger and always turmeric in it to flush out my liver and kidneys. Then half an hour later I will take my freshly squeezed celery juice, usually while I'm doing my daily Tai Chi practice, which I missed again today. But Tai Chi Qigong is amazing to start your day with. My teacher, Michael Tingle, and Tai Chi at 9 o'clock with Michael Tingle. It's free on Facebook, just the free beginners class. So I do that daily. It's really good practice to get into. I missed it, so I will do it tonight. I then also have almond milk porridge, organic porridge. I'll put berries in, I'll put all my flax seeds, I'll put maybe some fruit, whatever my body tells me it requires. If I'm a bit hungry that day, I'll put almonds, butter in for protein. You could do peanut butter if you can do peanuts. And then, I now try to factor in swimming 4 times a week. I go out for walks daily in our beautiful valley. I meditate with beautiful crystal skulls. And yeah, you might be thinking, oh, I've got to get to my job, 9 to 5. How can I fit all this in? But it's amazing what you can do in a 15-minute coffee break. You don't need to drink coffee. You can just sit and meditate with your crystal skull, or maybe do yourself a card reading. Like, once you start to realize these 15 minutes can all add up, do some tai chi, you could just change your life force, change your energy. So, I do yoga 3 times a week. I always do, I don't do caffeine at all. I don't do alcohol at all. I don't do white sugar. I don't do gluten. I don't do meat. I have a really refined diet for my body. But it's also really important. You can still get physically sick because of genetic inheritance, because of belief patterns, because of miasms that have come in that you know nothing about within your family. My liver was damaged, for example, when I was 17, 16. I was given a radioactive dye, so I've spent years trying to heal and support my liver, because we all know that's what flushes the toxins out. I do daily hand or foot soaks, a special detox machine. I do regular enemas. I take my liver herbs. Whatever works for you. For you, it might be putting on nice, relaxing music. I listen to sound healing journeys by my lovely Lucilia, who is my soul sister out in Spain. And she has a Patreon. You can sign up for it and you get all that downloads of all the music for the month. It's really good. I recommend that. Of course, I've got my courses I can do as well. So, there's lots of different ways to look at self-care, but again, removing the blocks is key, because whatever's stopping us is what's really key at this point. And so then on Wednesday, it's been so long. I have been contacted by the dragons to bring forward a 75-minute dragon transmission. So that's £25 energy exchange, 30 in the UK with the VAT. But the New Earth dragons are coming in to give us healing from the New Earth codes. And I know you all love your dragons, and I haven't been working much with the dragons because it's been all star beings so far. So I'm really looking forward. That has been released, so that's on the website as well. So you can go and read about that. And that's 7 till 8:15 p.m. on Wednesday evening. So yeah, it's just this time for deep soul healing is the key. It's this week, really nurture yourself, really look after yourself, really try and focus on self-care. Really honour yourself and just look at your stress levels, look at who or what is stressing you. Let's take this week to really look at your habits and your processes for supporting your body as you go through this ascension process. The end of the month, for those that have over the years followed my Melchizedek order, Master Melchizedek, High Priest of Atlantis, there's a new mission for us all. We were all parachuted down onto Earth for the 2012 shift, and then of course the shift at the 2020 solstice point as we moved into the Aquarian age. And most light workers on the planet are part of the Melchizedek order. The Melchizedek order is a group of enlightened souls who are sent all over the galaxy whenever the planet or the star race requires a consciousness shift. So at this point, that's how a lot of us know each other. At this point, the Melchizedek order is very active on Earth. And if you're thinking, oh, I've never worked with Melchizedek, that is piquing my interest, that I want to know the next stage of the group mission, it doesn't matter, just show up. The past workshops are all there if you want to really find out more about the order and working with him. But he used to do a lot. He's been a bit quiet for the last 2 years, so obviously we were doing what we had to do. But yeah, he's going to come back for Saturday. I was meant to channel it yesterday, it didn't come through today, so it'll be tomorrow morning. before, so it'll be tomorrow before that gets brought through and out, but it will be Saturday. So things are ramping up because things are changing. Things are changing within us. So this is a time of great change. It's time to utilize the energy of change. It's not a time to stagnate, it's a time to heal within, and that will bring the changes that are going to take you forward on your soul journey and help you to make the shifts and get well and get happy. So I'm just saying what people are saying. Oh, there's loads of comments. So yeah, I'll just have a quick read of these. Some other people saying they need to remember to drink water. So yeah, it'll be on Saturday. It'll be Saturday, probably evening or afternoon. Destin will be when the Melchizedek workshop is. But yeah, so on other news, look how bare the shelves are. I just got a whole bale of new stock in, and they have all flown out. Half of the ones on the top shelf have now sold. We have had such a rush since I got the new orders of crystal skulls that we're just struggling to keep up. You can see there's other boxes. Oh, that way. Yeah. Behind me, the new stock has arrived. So thank goodness the boats have started to arrive with them. But next week, so this week coming, we will be releasing the pink scholasite. It's quite hard to see here. It's actually really pink, but the light is not very good because I don't have my studio lights on today. But this is actually beautiful pink. I wonder if you can see it better that way. No, it looks orange, but it is actually brilliant pink. You're just seeing the orange bits rather than the pink bits. But anyway, pink scholasite, super, super, super rare. Never in my life had I seen it in rough. Couldn't believe I could be offered a skull in it because it forms with strands. So these really connect to the divine feminine. There's about 8 of them. A couple have been up and they sold out instantly. So we will release these ones this week. There's 2 of these larger ones left and 1 more to go up. So the super rare white scholasite, so very angelic, all about intergalactic travel, carrying the pure rays, such beautiful energy. I have just channeled their personal mission messages, so they're on the shop now. There's 1 more to go up. You can kind of see it behind me there. I've taken the photos, I just haven't made it live because I've not done the channeling. But so there's only, that's it, guys. That's them. There's no more coming. But yeah, we've just sold out. But I do have new dragons arrived. I've got new star beings. What else? Oh, green fluoride skulls, zebra, onyx. I've never had onyx skulls before, so I'm really excited about them. They're not even opened up yet. I do hand select them all on video now. We used to go down, but it's still a bit more. Well, COVID is over, but it is still, now they do video calls, so that saves me long drives down. At the moment, I love to go to the showroom, of course. But yeah, so it just really wanted to reiterate the importance of taking time. Yeah, literally, Bonnie, there's finding their guardians within 24 hours. 48, except this one. This one, beautiful one. I've forgotten her name. Wait a minute. I don't. She's been with me for 2 weeks. Stunning chevron amethyst. And she said she wasn't going to find her home till she got on a Facebook Live. She probably wants to do a group channeling. I'm not going to do that tonight because we are doing the Crystal Skull one tonight. But she is on the shop. Check her out. I'm trying to find her her details. If you go into the new releases, they're pretty much all sold out. But so it says currently unavailable when they've been bought within the week. So as you see that the 5 large skulls, she is the only one that is left. So it's Christina's her name. She's a healing skull to assist with not only physical healing but spiritual development. Full of wisdom and compassion, she's a crystal skull of the soul. Here to guide your soul wisdom and connecting deep into your inner truths of multidimensional self. Happy to work on healing with others and in groups also. Here to bring through clarity and confidence and the purple ray codes of ascension and to help you fast track your spiritual growth. So here she is she's speaking to you. As you can see, she's a large skull. She's the only big skull that we've got left at the moment, apart from the massive clear quartz. And he's been quite quiet because I know I've got to work with him and probably do group healing with him before he'll find his guardian. But she is beautiful. Her energy exchange is 525, so she's a really good price for a size of skull of chevron amethyst. So chevron amethyst is got the white quartz in sort of hexagonal shapes. So you're just lovely, aren't you? She's really happy here as well. Sometimes they don't want to go; they want to hang out with me for a while. But she did say she wanted to be shown on Facebook, so there she is now. So yeah, it's going to be an easier week for us all, guys. So I really hope that you integrate well. Any questions, just type below. Anything you would like information on, because I'm thinking of doing a new website, I'm thinking of doing more blog posts, then do let me know. I'm going to pull a card for the group. This is the notes from the universe on abundance. I'm not doing individual cards tonight. We've had lovely visitors all weekend, but it means that I've got things to do for the healing tonight. Some of my self-care routine. So I'm not going to have time to do live ones for you. So I thought we'd just do a message for the group and see what comes through. So these cards are lovely. They have a beautiful picture, and they don't have a book with them, but they have a beautiful picture, so that's nice to meditate with. And then they have phrases on the back. While it's often thought that happiness may spring from having some serious bucks, it actually works best the other way round. Your celestial financial advisor, the universe. So it's basically like money. Money doesn't bring happiness. Happiness comes from within. And I'm kind of laughing about that because I went for a walk with my friend before she left, and I said to her, "Oh, I'm getting told to bring through this fairy workshop on the importance of inner happiness, but I'm just not sure if anybody would be interested in that." And she was like, "Oh yeah, of course, that's a great idea, that's a great workshop." And there we go. This is like kind of confirmation for us that, you know, actually you don't need money to be happy. You can choose to be happy at any time. But when you're happy, that is when you create, and that is when you manifest. So most people wait for the things to then feel happy, and then the things don't come that they're manifesting. But actually, if you get yourself into a place of being happy and being in a place of gratitude, the third key of ascension, then the flow will come and the experiences will come and you'll get what you want to have. You just change your thought form into knowing it is the importance of inner happiness. So I don't know when I'll fit fairies in, but it looks like I've got to do this fairy workshop to help everybody. And so maybe this week really focus on happiness, and that's part of your self-care as well, isn't it? To feel happy. What makes you happy? Write a list. What makes you happy in your life? And what makes you unhappy? And be honest. Who's making you unhappy? What's making you unhappy? And then do something about it. That's the key, guys. So on that note, I am going to leave you. I'm going to... Oh, I've got some new comments. So, question on the skulls. Do you put amethyst skull under the sun? Okay, so I can do that in the UK because our sun is not strong. If you're in America or Africa or Australia and you have really strong sun, then they will bleach, they fade. But it doesn't fade instantly. You know, you could put them out for half an hour and that would be fine. It would charge them up. But I wouldn't leave it any longer than that, and I wouldn't do it too often. Just because the sun will bleach the colour of them. You could do a salt bath, that's what I do, or a moon bath, or just on a cloudy day. It's the direct sunlight that causes the issue, but it's really the length of time of exposure. So depending where you live in the world, if you are in the UK, you'll be fine. We don't get it strong enough. When you're in Scandinavia, we don't really get it strong enough. But I wouldn't leave them out terribly long. But you will notice a difference if they do sit in the sun. Oh, thank you, Candance. Since doing your courses, I'm so much happier. Yeah, because you've been clearing out the CRAP that was getting in the way, and you also have clearing your programming and your blocks and things. So that's why I do it. That's why I offer this. I love my work. It's hard work, you know. We do work 7 days a week, some weeks, always 6 days a week. During the night, getting the downloads as well. It is intense work. I do love it. I love doing work that is my passion and my path. I see people who are so miserable in their jobs, family members who just evidently really dislike their jobs, but they're attached to the package of the income. So yeah, I let go of that. I was just, well, it was all stripped from me. I went from a really good salary to nothing because I was so seriously ill, to state benefits for 15 years. I was on disability, and then I just thought, I don't want this anymore. I'm manifesting my way out of this. Spent hours and hours and hours clearing and clearing and clearing the blocks. But this little skull wants to say hello. This is my new emerald. 4 emerald skulls came in, and 3 of them were bought by a private collector who's not on Facebook. And so yeah, they never actually got shown. I will put a photograph up because there was a sapphire skull as well, and the sapphire skull, super pricey. Orangus kept one, only 2 came in, and someone else bought it. But I thought I'll keep an emerald for myself because we're going to be doing more emerald ray work after the solstice as well. So we did that work, of course, 3-4 years ago before lockdown. We went to the sacred sites. We went to, where did we do the emerald ray? We did it at Calnash. Was it Calnash or was it Orkney? It was either Calnash or Orkney. We brought the emerald ray onto the planet. It was Calnash, Western Isles. Huge, big stone complex there. So I'm really excited to get back out to the stone circles and do things with you guys. But I'm going to go. I allowed myself till past tonight to speak to you all. Please, 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 please come and join Karula and I tonight. I think we're up to about 90. We're close to the 100 monkeys. Most of the time we get the 100 monkeys effect, which means the healing's even more amplified. If there's 100 of us taking part of receiving this transmission, then the 100 monkeys effects, you all are affecting another 100, and then thousands of people, and it just amplifies everything. So if you can come tonight at 10 o'clock, get part of that self-care program, we can shift the consciousness of humanity. I hope you have a lovely evening. Namaste.